Welcome to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, to a Barcelona news roundup once again coming up today. And honestly, this Luis Suárez situation, there has been so many twists, so many turns, but yet again today, we are going to be talking about some new developments on that front. We're also going to be talking about Ousmane Dembélé, who's been recently linked with an exit from the club, and the full latest on transfers. It's all coming up in today's video. Let's get to it. But if we do start, first of all, with a young player, and starting here with young Monchu, because having turned 21 earlier on this month, and also due to his performances at the end of last season, I think certainly now he's outgrown, by some distance, Segunda B level. He needs to be playing now regular football at a much higher level than that. He's earned it, and I think certainly now he's looking to make that next step. And I do feel, to be honest, under different management, maybe he would even be banging on the door for the first team, but obviously that's not going to happen right now. According to Cat Radio, Barcelona and Girona, who remain in the Segunda, they are currently very, very close to finalising a deal to see Monchu go there on a season-long loan. And that would be something for me which I'd personally get behind. I'd be pretty happy there with Monchu going on loan for the season ahead. I think not only there would it give him some good football at a good club, even if it is in the Segunda, Girona will be hoping there to bounce back to La Liga, and certainly they have a good chance of doing so. They were so close last season, but also the fact that it would be on loan. We wouldn't be selling Monchu next summer then. After the season that he has, the quality that he shows, we can then decide next summer what to do with him, and I'd be pretty happy there to see him go to Girona, and I'd wish him the very best of luck. And I also have to discuss here another youngster, this time a former Barcelona player, because we have to talk about the situation surrounding Marlon Santos, who today completed a move to the Premier League. He left Sassuolo to join Fulham in a €15 million deal, but there's a lot of reports going around right now that that deal could actually affect Barca in this transfer window. Because you remember there back in 2018, in the summer, Barcelona there agreed a deal to sell Marlon to Sassuolo in Serie A for €6 million at the time, which basically covered what we paid to sign Marlon permanently in 2017 from Brazilian club Fluminense. However, within that transfer, there was a clause inserted by Barcelona which stated that either Sassuolo had to pay an additional €6 million when Marlon reached 50 games for the club, or Barcelona would receive 50% of the transfer fee Sassuolo received upon selling Marlon. Now, Marlon didn't reach 50 games to Sassuolo, so really, you would be expecting here Barcelona there to receive 50% of that transfer fee that's taken him to Fulham, which would equate there to around €7.5 million, which, given our financial situation, that would be a really, really welcome bonus for our transfer funds this summer. However, this is Barcelona, and apparently, according to MD, we don't have that clause anymore. Apparently, Barcelona already cashed in that clause last year for €6 million. They basically said to Sassuolo, I'm guessing when we were desperate for money, they were probably like, you know what, can we just cash it in? Can we have any amount of money to cash that in now? Sassuolo said yeah, probably knowing they were going to sell him on further down the line for bigger money. They said yes, we've already received that money, and it means that right now, we will not get a single euro of that transfer fee. No extra funds for Barcelona. When it comes, though, to Ousmane Dembélé, there have been plenty of transfer links surrounding his future today. He's been linked with possible moves to Manchester United and also there to Liverpool, with both of those clubs in the final weeks of the transfer window, certainly in the market for a winger, and Dembélé would fit the profile they were looking for. And he has also been linked to both of those two, Liverpool and United, over the past few months too. In previous transfer windows, they have had a bit of interest in him, so you can see how these reports come about. And today we have heard about a potential loan deal there with an option to buy, particularly there when you're talking about Man United. But apparently Barcelona were very, very intent that if they were going to loan out Dembele for the season, it would have to be there at the end of that deal an obligation to buy, with Barca's valuation apparently still standing there for Dembele at €100 million, which, let's be honest, in this transfer window, that was never ever going to happen. But I'm glad about that anyway, because Dembele has his mind firmly on Barcelona. He doesn't want to leave. He's made that very, very clear. He's also told the club that he wants to stay. He wants to prove himself. And I think we're all very, very much looking forward to hopefully an injury-free season for Ousmane Dembélé, who can finally show his true quality at Barca this season. And I think certainly Dembele is a player that we need. He's a useful part of Ronald Koeman's team. He needs to give us that much-needed width and especially much-needed pace in this team. He'll be staying at Barcelona. When it comes to the situation surrounding Luis Suárez, though, honestly, I don't know where to start. Where do you start with the current situation surrounding this man? Because, like I say, there have been so many changes in direction. There have been so many different reports surrounding him and the club right throughout this transfer window. But let's start first and foremost with the whole situation right now with this Italian passport. Because as we know, last week, Suarez was in Italy. That was confirmed there. And he was there actually to get an Italian passport, which he desperately needed as quickly as possible to try and keep his move to Juventus alive. Now, he did go to that exam last week and he did indeed pass it. He was then eligible for that Italian passport, but the Juve move fell through because he wouldn't have got it quick enough before the end of the transfer window, but he did pass that exam. Now, I'm telling you all this because today, reports from Italy have now emerged regarding irregularities from that test that Suarez undertook there to get that passport, the Italian exam in Perugia in Italy. Apparently those irregularities actually links there to Suarez cheating in that exam. This report from Italy, which of course is yet to be confirmed, this is purely speculation, but they say that Suarez got all of the questions for that exam in advance, and for that reason already knew what he needed to do before he got to that exam to get the passport. And the source in Italy there says Suarez doesn't speak a word of Italian, he does not conjugate verbs, he only speaks using the infinitive. If journalists asked him some questions, he would be totally lost. And this situation, if true, could actually go as far there as the Italian police. They could get involved, they could investigate the situation in full, because this by no means is a minor offence. This could become very, very serious indeed. And this is just one thing right now that's going on surrounding Suarez. Because that's not all either. Because yesterday we spoke about the fact that Atletico Madrid were the only genuine option left for Suarez this summer. Like I say, Juve wasn't going to happen. Atletico Madrid are very, very interested. Morata is going to be going to Juventus. So Suarez to Atleti is a genuine possibility, and they're happy to get that deal done. However, in the contract termination agreement, which finally yesterday was actually agreed there between Suarez and Barcelona, Barca agreed to pay parts of the final year of his salary, and Suarez accepted those terms. Now, in that agreement, apparently there was a list there of clubs that Suarez couldn't join. That was part of the agreement. You can have the money, we can pay part of your contract, but in return for that, you will not sign. And I assume there it was clubs like Real Madrid, maybe direct rivals there like Bayern or PSG. You don't know what clubs are listed. Now, at the time, Atletico Madrid was not on that list, and that list was compiled there by the Barcelona board and Bartomeu himself. Now, Suarez accepted those terms, he was happy there to be released from his contract, and he was ready to sign for Atletico Madrid on a free transfer. Now, apparently, according to the Spanish media, Bartomeu realised what was happening. He saw in the media that Suarez was close to Atletico, that he was going to sign there for free, and now he wants to add Atletico to that list of clubs that Suarez can't join. And I just don't get that. I honestly do not understand why on earth you'd be going down this road. Either you want to get rid of Suarez or you don't. Because Suarez is clear. He's saying right now that if I can't go to Atletico, I'm not going anywhere. I will not leave this club. And you can't blame him. You can't say to a player there, right, we want you out. We want you gone. You're not part of our plans. But oh, actually, when you are going, you can't go here, you can't go here, and you can't go here. So you can't have the best of both worlds. Bartomeu here is meddling in something now that really he could have just left alone. He could have just left it. He could have got rid of Suarez, saved on those wages. That's what the club wanted. But now, because he sees he's going to Atletico, he wants to block that move. And he surely knows that if he does that, Suarez is going nowhere. And that wasn't what the club wanted. What are we doing? And genuinely, guys, I cannot wait for the end of this transfer window. And I know we still need to sign players, and I do want us to bring players in, but honestly, I am sick and tired right now of what the club are doing. This Suarez situation, we've been going round and round and round in circles. Honestly, if it wasn't so ridiculous, it would be funny. Because this situation, it is well out of hand. Let me know your thoughts on everything we have discussed in those comments down below. I will see you soon with hopefully some different news and more confirmed news at that. But until next time, guys, I hope you're all doing well. As always, Visca el Barça.